Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Do you like the service at Mitch and Pauly's?
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
Leave us a tip on your way out.
You don't tip.
You don't tip. What do you mean you don't tip?
You don't believe in it.
The guys crack open the jar and see what the listeners have left behind.
So what, no TV now?
It's time for the tip jar at Mitch and Pauly's Pizzeria.
All right, let's go. Fill it up every Tuesday at this time. They usually do it half an hour, 15 minutes earlier, though. Went along with Brad, ftm@vsin.com, or tweet at us as well. Email ftm@vsin.com. Tom in Pennsylvania started with a bang. Tom, you got greedy. Wyndham Clark to win the BMW. Good call, winner. Stribling, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then he threw Wemby MVP on there. But 1,700 to 1. Call it good with Stribling.
No, why not?
Oh, he threw another one on.
It's going to be a great sweat now that he has for the NBA season.
Oh, God.
First of all, it gets there with Wyndham.
I know.
Of all things.
33 to 1. That's how you start the ticket, huh?
Well, I hope he's 2-0 going into the Wemby bet.
I know.
I really do.
Love Rich in Canada, and all this stuff's available. He's betting unique parlays with exact seeds in baseball. Who could choke a division? Who could get a 4, a 5, move up to a 2? He's got combos. He wants the Yankees to go up and the Braves to move down. The rest are mixed up. He's even got some Seattle in there with some Cleveland to win a division. Yankees the 1, Cleveland the 2, Seattle the 3, Atlanta the 5, 255 to 1.
Yeah.
That's for starters, but he mixed and matched with a lot of the exact seeds that are available. And I know there's a ton of stuff up at Caesars with 6 seed and exact seed and all that kind of business, and DK as well.
Yeah, I don't think Rich said exactly how many tickets he has, but we know it's a lot because he told us that's his philosophy here.
Well, it makes sense because they're all bunched up.
Sure.
Like
right.
even Seattle's only 3 back. 2.5 back in the joke schedule. And even Cleveland, 2.5 back.
Okay,
how that could move.
I got an updated prediction for you on Seattle. I think they open below 5 to 1 most wins in
that
September.
low?
That's my guess.
Oh, my God.
That's my guess.
Well, there were 17 games against the Rockies, Angels, and A's.
There you go.
It'd be nice if they finish off the month.
And the whole thing of they've had a high power rating the entire year.
Yeah.
Maybe Raleigh gets hot in the next couple of days, but it's going to be that narrative of, they need these games to win.
Yeah. Jack in West Virginia. Jack. SMU wins the ACC. UTSA wins the American. The Cowboys with Mitch Moss win the NFC 67 to 1. Hasn't happened in 30 years, Jack.
Well, don't turn me into the Cowboys fan. I just had my boldest prediction yesterday that the Cowboys will make the NFC title game.
Yeah, absolute embarrassment. The only NFC team not to make the title game in the last 30 years, your Cowboys.
Was that bad?
Jimmy on Cape Cod. Lynx Aces exacta. Jags to have more wins than the Packers. Lakers missed the playoffs. Jimmy will see you later. I don't know. 42 to 1. Lakers are going to be good.
Oh, but I like where his head's at, though. Those
not
are
bad. Yeah. I would pick a different team in the West, but maybe Luka could get hurt too, and that really would derail things.
That's his brain is creative.
Yes, right.
Mixing it up a little bit here.
Yeah, and I like the exacta stuff too, although I will argue. Because you asked me a week ago, I think, what if Atlanta plays Indiana in the first round? I mean, there are some good teams. That's a pretty deep WNBA. The Lynx are good. Golden State's good, but
sure.
Atlanta can score. The Fever can score. The Aces are tough. Who is this guy? GM 1971. Okay, let's go with it. All divisions. Bengals, Lions, Jags, Panthers, 93 to 1. You know what? I like them all but Carolina. And I know there's too much Cincinnati hype, but still you might be right. Because I can see the anti-Baltimore stuff. But then after what Baker Mayfield said today, we got out physical and got our asses kicked by Jacksonville. I mean, I guess, yeah, certainly there's a path for Carolina, especially if Atlanta's a mess at quarterback.
Well, here's what I would do then. I would also take your 3 biggest opinions on these division bets, and then let's say it's Bengals, Lions, Jags, then do a couple of other tickets, one with the Buccaneers, one with the Saints.
Yeah. I like sorry bookies better. Bengals division, Texans division, Broncos division. He threw in the Fever as well. 183 to 1. People are sleeping on Denver. Remember, they were at their best in the big games. They played down to their competition. Peyton, an excellent coach. And I like what, Adam Chernoff had this on his write-up, too, in his preview, and went with Alts over. We've talked about this. Everything has gone wrong for the Texans, yet they still win playoff games and make it. And they still have to deal with all these injuries and lousy quarterback play and offensive line issues, and they're still there and a problem. So what if they get the breaks this year? That's what I see. What I'm picking up what Chernoff's putting down there.
Okay, so I'm going to go back. Yeah, I think the Texans are going to be my AFC team this year. Overall, I want to go back, Pauly, and look at the Broncos from last year, because I'm going to give you some of their really close games.
Yeah, they were really bad against the poor teams and a lot of escapes.
Oh, week one.
Washington.
Survivor was up in the air.
Absolutely. Cam Ward, Denver with 4 turnovers. Any average quarterback wins that game. The Jets debacle, they should have lost that.
I will tell you that they probably, it's coulda, woulda, shoulda, but they lost weeks 2 and 3 on the road at Indy and the Chargers. Could have won both of those.
The Giants game.
The Philadelphia game in week 5,
Yeah, down
miraculous
2 touchdowns,
comeback,
yep.
have no business winning. The Jets game was an absolute disaster out of them. Had zero business beating the Giants overall. That
Yep.
major comeback, 33-32. They won at Houston 18-5. I think that was a late comeback.
Right.
They survived the Raiders 10-7.
Stroud got hurt in that game. I believe that was Mills in relief and couldn't put him away.
Yeah, came back at Washington 27-26 in overtime.
Sunday night, yeah.
They were getting throttled by Green Bay until Parsons went down. So they had a lot of breaks, like late, go their way.
Fair enough. Jeff, Indiana wins the Big Ten. BYU wins the Big 12. Liberty Conference USA, Boise Pac-12.
That's 245 to 1.
That's not crazy. Yeah, 245 to 1. I like that.
Oh, man. Well, first of all, I have a bet on Indiana already to win it outright. I have Texas Tech Big 12, but I get his point. Like, that probably should be BYU, Texas Tech playing in the Big 12 title game. Boise, Brad just said plus money to win the Pac-12. Sure. What do you know about Conference USA with Liberty? I don't have the odds board on that conference memorized is what I'm asking, I guess. I'll get it right now.
They hope to turn it around after a disastrous last 2 years. Andrew LaRocca, I like where his head's at. 2 exactas. Texans over the Rams, Rams over the Texans. Texans to beat the Rams 100 to 1, Rams to beat the Texans 60 to 1.
Well, those are both good. I think
Not
I'm going to
bad.
tail that.
Yes. FTM at vsin.com. Do it every Tuesday. Send them in. Get creative. Put your stuff together. Football starting. Hockey right behind it. Let's go. NBA in a couple months.
See, this is what I thought. Liberty is plus 250, the short shot to win it. Western Kentucky is plus 370. Jacksonville State plus 540. Delaware 6 to 1. That parlay pays 245 to 1. That's not crazy talk here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not bad.
Very good.
Sure, I could definitely see BYU doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it last year, and maybe they're better, and Texas Tech's down. And the quarterback issues come back to bite them.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff to play around with,
So
especially the divisions in the NFL.
coming up, you're going to hear maybe the best analyst in baseball talk about the NL MVP race. And I bring that up because here's the latest from Shohei Ohtani. Dave Roberts said this afternoon that Ohtani will either throw a bullpen or a live batting practice session tomorrow.
Is it enough time?
After that, the hope is that he'll be ready to return to game action as a pitcher. Sunday in Detroit is a possibility depending on how Ohtani feels.
Oh, now it gets juicy. Bye-bye minus 220 now.
Do you want to throw Ohtani on cross-sport parlays right now to win the NL MVP?
No.
And by the way, the latest poll is out at MLB.com. Did you see the results?
The players, it was a runaway.
This will knock your socks off.
Yeah.
The audience, I'll tell you that coming up in about 5 minutes here.
Good tease.
I think Ohtani is worth cross-sport parlay bets right now. As long as if this is actually going to come to fruition and he pitches for the rest of the year, it's his award. I don't know how voters will ignore, and trust me, I'm the guy with PCA at 80 to 1.
What if he doesn't go well for him on the mound, though?
Well, I'm assuming that.
So you got to, I mean.
Well, still. So what's not well? 4 innings, 3 runs.
Yeah.
I think you have to look at the season-long numbers.
Doesn't dominate.
I think you have to tie it into the season because
he comes back for 3 more starts.
I'm trying to talk about how voters will look at it.
Okay, well, they could have gave it to Michael Jordan every year. They didn't do it. I think you might have a little fatigue setting in, where it's like LeBron, perfect example. For all those years, I knew who the best player was. I mean, I think Kobe only won 1 MVP.
That's right.
How asinine is that?
Only one.
Yeah.
Only one.
But maybe it's not enough time. And maybe it's just some so-so performances on the mound. And the heroics by PCA and what he's done, not to mention the Cubs are playing great ball.
I know that Roberts has...
the players' vote was a blowout with PCA, by the way. What?
Roberts has treaded quite lightly with this, and he said that if Ohtani, if it was up to him, he'd come back and pitch tonight. I think that kind of tells you that Ohtani wants to win the award again. Right? But I would say that even if he's average and he makes 5 starts the rest of the year, is there enough time for 5 starts? If he comes back this weekend, there has to be enough time.
30 games left.
And he might not go every 5 days. He might go every 6 days. Let's say he gets 4 or 5 starts in and he's an average pitcher on the mound. I think voters will give it to him. I don't think they're going to be able to ignore that and again, PCA is the best defensive player in baseball. That has to be part of it. Like Wembanyama talking about that in the NBA.
Right.
Sorry, that's half the game. So we'll expand on this coming up next. I'm going in fresh, actually. This is like the leading analyst in baseball chiming in about the NL MVP race. Hear his thoughts on PCA versus Ohtani coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome in. Coming up in 15 minutes, Derek Stevens going to join the program in studio, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas. It was a gigantic weekend here at this property that includes the contest and also fantasy football weekend, and he told me that this upcoming weekend might blow it out of the water. They're sitting at more than 12,000 right now for Survivor. So all that talk about 25, 30,000. Can't wait for that.
Wow.
But yeah. So based on our conversation in the previous segment and that news that Dave Roberts said that get ready, Ohtani's going to have a bullpen session, batting practice very soon. Could be going as soon as maybe on Sunday as well on the mound. And that ties into the MVP odds. And I looked, PCA is $2 at some spots. Plus 165 is out there on PCA, at least in the last couple of minutes. This is John Smoltz. I love him. I think he's fantastic on Major League Baseball. Pauly, we're going in fresh to this. His thoughts on the current NL MVP race.
You can't penalize the greatest player in the world for being the greatest player in the world. Like, you can't say that he only pitched half a season, which would only equate to, nobody's ever pitched half a season and done X. I just don't see, and I love the way he plays, everything about him. If the offensive numbers are similar, I don't see where you can give him the advantage. That's the one thing that I don't think his defense outweighs the run prevention of Ohtani's pitching. But I would say, just on my own humble opinion, that PCA would have to have better offensive numbers, and they can be a little bit better. They just can't be even. I don't know how, if it's even, you take the defense he plays on an everyday basis versus the 15 starts or whatever it ends up, that is still been pretty darn good.
I would say this about his defense overall, PCA. The WAR is so good. What if he's the best center fielder with WAR since like Mike Trout, and he's trending that way? He might be right there with Mike Trout for the best seasons ever in terms of WAR by center fielder. Do you just poo-poo that?
They win 94 games? It's like 92. And you also have to handicap the voter. It's just the Dodgers are 30 games over. They got a 10-game lead. And it's not like the Padres are a joke.
I wonder if that factors in.
I just think they're going to give it to PCA. And based on how well the Cubs are playing, and who knows, they might even, 5.5 back. They still have, I think, a couple series left. 7 left against the Brewers. But I just think PCA is going to win it, and the Cubs are going to win a lot of games, and you're just going to look at this and say, MVP. It's a stacked team.
Well, will voters actually have that conversation with other voters and inside their own brain? If you take PCA off this team, where are the Cubs? And if you take Ohtani off the Dodgers, where are they?
I think at the back of your mind, it's still like, this guy again? Is he going to win it every single year? How about we try PCA? They've done it in every other sport. They threw the mailman the bone. I mentioned LeBron several times. MJ. I just think they're gonna say, yeah, we know who the best player is. I just think it's this guy again. No.
Yeah, but we've never seen this though, Paul.
Well, we've seen it in sports. We haven't seen it in baseball.
No,
but it goes back. We've seen it too, though, with voter fatigue or player fatigue. And you're going to give it to the same guy every single year. You do it with Barry Bonds. Well, while he was, he had the head like Jack in a Box, but still, what he was doing.
What if
it was like you couldn't? There was that stretch for 3 years. If you threw anything close to Bonds, it was going out of the park.
Yeah. I would just say if a player in the NFL ran for 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, and they had 6 INTs and 112 tackles on defense every year, you got to give him the award over any quarterback.
Well, if my answers frighten you, stop asking scary questions.
Well,
I think it's.
I hope you're right.
I just think it's human nature to say with a vote, just enough of Ohtani. Not every year. And if it's close, it will go to PCA with the tiebreaker. Whether that's right or wrong is up to you. But I just think that's weird stuff comes into play. It was like the year where they were making a case for LeBron because they had to deal with Kobe passing away and other stuff. And that has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
But it's how they sometimes voters think and what plays into it.
Now, this was released earlier today. The headline says, seismic shift at the top of our latest MVP poll. This is on MLB.com with a bunch of their experts. In the National League, the winner of the MVP, in fact, per their poll, is PCA. 29 first-place votes. Ohtani got 8. That has completely flipped. I think it was 23-11 last time for Ohtani. And now that's all PCA. And basically, they wrote about Ohtani. Does he pitch and how much down the stretch? So, what do you like tonight overall?
Yep. Gavin Williams, most strikeouts. Set up beautifully. Freddie, again, you're taking on a team with the second strikeout rate in the Angels. And I ran down his game log earlier. Mm-hmm. They've also won 6 in a row against the Angels. Freddie Freeman, total bases over. Going back to Atlanta. He's reached in all 13 games at that ballpark. And hitting .340 with 3 home runs since he's been with the Dodgers. Although I think that's a little steep with Glass now. Making his first start since May 6th. It's kind of anti-elder stuff there as well. And Paul Skeens, outs under. How many times has Paul Skeens gone 6 innings in his last 10 starts? The answer is 2. And he's bottom 5 in ROI. Fastball down to 96 miles an hour. Last start was on 7 days rest. Still didn't go long in the game. During this stretch, he's got an ERA of almost 6. So number one, will they let him go that far? Number 2, will he put in that type of performance to get that deep in the game against a good team?
By the way, a team that's playing really good baseball lately, and they've been hitting the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite bet of the night.
Yep. Ashcraft's been very good, but that was a tough loss last night that you got a solid performance out of Ray and then lost 3-2 and 12 when you didn't let Pittsburgh score in the 10th and the 11th. That was tough. And I don't mind Cleveland's side as well, considering now they're playing well. And I think...
How about the under in that game? Because the pitcher going for the Angels has been really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Urena?
Yeah. You could look at Seager props, too. He's 15 for his last 31 in the last 8 games. That's DeGrom against K. That's a good one. K, 3 earned runs or fewer, 9 games in a row as well. And we mentioned it yesterday. I'm glad we did. I think the Tigers are waving a flag. They've lost 9 of 10. Listless performance. Rasmussen's won 7 in a row again. He did it last night. Valdez was, shaky early on. Tampa is 14-3, last 17 on the road. And why not, since we're out there? Boy, the Red Sox seem cheap. 20-1 in their last 21 games against teams above 500. Miami beats up on the bad teams. 35-16 against the worst teams in baseball. Everyone else bad record, and they just find ways to win like it's meant to be. Run differential in the 8th inning on, plus 42. Second best in baseball. Did it again last night with the comeback. Amazingly, the Padres are number 1 at plus 66. But, I'm throwing a lot at you, but this stuff has been getting there as the favorites have been crushing it going back to Friday. Or, some of these angles are coming in as well where you're taking on, you're fading bad teams and running with some streaks here, like Tampa and Boston. And what Cleveland's doing. Cubbies also 4-0 against Arizona this year as well. Just raking. 42 bombs in August, 26 consecutive runs against their opponent, 20 with 2 outs. So they've been clutch, too, during this run.
I got the Paul Skeens numbers right in front of me right now.
Yeah.
And so books are moving. It's either 15.5 or 16.5 with the prop. That can be a big deal because obviously if you go 15.5, that means he's got to get, if he gets to 16, that's 5 1/3. Well, he did that 4 starts ago, but the last 4 he has not. And his pitch count, by the way, through like he had 4 innings against Cincinnati on the road last day of July, 100 pitches. He walked 4. He's walked 4 batters 3 of his last 4 starts. He has walked multiple batters. Oh my God! In almost every start going back to June 20th. There are a couple of games where he did not, but for the most part, he's been walking between 2, well, it's either 2 or 4 batters almost every single game. So, boy, this guy, why would they not shut him down?
I know. What's the point even?
Yeah, 1.5 walks at Caesars right now. Over that is minus 180 in the game.
Excellent. One more, Varsho. You said Warren's been terrible?
Yep.
Varsho, 4 for 5 career against Warren, 2 home runs. Rainbow Authentics and VEASAN are taking the bets to the beach. Tim Murray and Matt Humans in Hawaii. Special edition of VEASAN Primetime from Waikiki Beach Resort on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. A beach edition of a college football betting podcast breaking down the Week 0 action. Don't miss VEASAN in Paradise live in Hawaii Wednesday and Thursday, only on VEASAN. And brought to you by Rainbow Authentics. Humans on tomorrow.
Do you think Matt Humans and Tim Murray are flying together to Hawaii? Do they have seats next to each other? Assigned seats? Humans is 6'5", Murray 6'7".
Oh, it can't be.
There's no way they can be.
No.
Up next,
No way.
Derek Stevens, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas on the program. I guess we have an unbelievable weekend coming up in Circa. He'll explain coming up next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Time now for our weekly chat with Derek Stevens. He is the owner and the CEO of this great property, Circa Las Vegas, along with the Golden Gate and the D. Thanks for popping in today, taking some time out of your busy schedule. How are you?
Very good. Good to be back here, ready to go. Football season is upon us.
Oh, you can probably taste it with the contest and everything like this.
You could feel it right now. You know, I just got back into town, and just walking down to the studio here, you kind of feel it. You just feel it in the air.
You could on the weekends, forget about it. This past weekend, I hung out here all night on Friday after the show, and let me tell you, that was maybe at the scene at Stadium Swim was the best I've seen.
Yeah, this was the first year we ever did the Draft Nation deal, and I think we're going to lock that up for a long-term deal. This was amazing, the numbers. And I was out of town, so I'm watching them on all these group texts, trying to keep up to speed. But boy, oh boy, these drafts were unbelievable.
Yeah,
the celebrities coming in was unbelievable.
Well, left and right.
Yeah, it was left and right. I think like a lot of old football players, like Austin Eckler is in, Adrian Peterson's in, quarterback Jeff Garcia, a few guys from the Howard Stern show. And then we got a couple of these unique fantasy drafts. A couple Wall Street groups came in. A couple female drafts came in. That's a big thing now, these female drafts. And one of them was a female draft of influencers.
Nice.
So,
Don't they call it? Is it called the Hot Girls Draft? Is that what they call it, or is that what it's dubbed and people know it as?
I don't know. I don't know. It could be. I'm not sure if that's the official designation or not. It's apropos though.
Because I can attest to that. They would qualify from what I saw out there on Friday.
You've interviewed Garcia, right?
Oh yeah.
Married to a Playboy playmate. How about that? NFL career, forget about it.
I didn't know that.
That was very impressive. He was able to pull. I know, good for him.
So, but you think this upcoming weekend is going to dwarf what we had this past weekend?
It's kind of a different deal. So this upcoming weekend is last weekend was Draft Nation. It's all about these big time drafts, like what Ian Ritchie's doing and everything. This weekend is really it's football contest sign up weekend. So it starts off at Bar Canada. We got the Champions Dinner. A lot of Blue Jackets going to be roaming around here Thursday night and all weekend, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Who's here for Radio Row? Good contingent?
Yeah, I think 43 different groups.
All right.
Yeah, radio stations from around the country, podcasts. So yeah, that should be great. We should have a ton of fun with that. The other thing is the Draft Nation kind of continues on because we've got a couple of big drafts. I'm excited about this draft. This one. I was a little leery about it as a licensee here in Nevada. So I asked the Gaming Control Board if they gave me thumbs up. And they gave me thumbs up. So we have our contingent, our team, and we've got an entry into the Big Daddy draft Friday night. It's going to be at Stadium Swim. It's going to be on the big screen. They're going to televise it. It's not on VSiN. It's on some other station that wants to televise it. It's a $100,000 entry.
Yeah, that's the big boy.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. So I had to put a whole fantasy team together. We're called the Cutthroat Trout. That's the official fish of the state of Nevada, Circa Cutthroat Trout. And we're going to try to make a difference.
How many teams?
12-team league.
12 winner take all? Or
No. It's a top four. So you finish fourth, you get 100. So you get a push. And then it pays 3-2-1. First place is 600,000.
Yeah, because I saw was it a rendering or a photo? I mean, it looked that whole 143-foot screen is going to be the draft board.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, it's going to look stellar.
Yeah, look good.
You mentioned it's here and it's in the air. People walking around and talking strategy for week one is really heating up as well.
Sure is.
Like last week, 2 weeks ago, it was Raiders, sneaky pick. Got to take the Raiders, right? And then you see how lousy they've looked. And now after what's going on, that debacle in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Even Tony Rizzo was on today. You got to take Jacksonville, he said.
I'm interested in knowing how many people are going to take the Wednesday game and or the Thursday game because they might have the chance to rebuy in. If you're a little less price sensitive, try to get yourself a pass into week two.
That's guy thinking to pick up steam every year.
Yeah. I mean, that's where. What do you think about Wednesday? I love it. I love it.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, then, because last year we had Thursday, Friday, right?
Right.
And I think the year before as well, so you had an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So that, I think, has that been a growing thing over the last couple of years where people would do that and buy more by Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it has been. I mean, obviously it's a little bit matchup dependent. But remember on opening game, we had that opportunity where you could take the Chiefs against the Lions. Lions upset the Chiefs on opening night and gave you the rebuy opportunity. So, no, I think that's going to continue to grow. The weekend though, I'll tell you what. Every morning I wake up, get these texts, and our CFO is on it, and she sends this group text out to us. It is amazing how you wake up in the morning and how much more money's in the account. It's just the wires are coming in like crazy. Pretty amazing because they all specify I'm coming in for millions, or I'm coming in for I'm coming in for Circus Survivor. Fun ones are I'm coming in for $2,000 Circa Grandissimo.
I was going to say, what's the biggest wire you've gotten from one person or a group?
Yeah, it's usually a few hundred,
A couple 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so where do you think? I think the screen says 26 at last check for Grandissimo, the $100,000 buy-in Survivor.
Yeah, that's going to start popping here
very soon.
Yeah, I'll start popping tomorrow. We got a crypto guy tomorrow coming in. He's doing one with Bitcoin.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, now I think we're at a point where it's going to start popping. This Thursday and Friday though, I would bet you we do $1 million a day of signups. Just it's got to because the wires in the account indicate that's going to be the case.
All right.
And all the people for Radio Row.
Yeah.
I think they're all coming in with all their buddies' money and everything. Every city in the country. So it's exciting.
Can I get you on record? What do you think is going to happen, Survivor? Ready to put a number out?
Oh man, I don't know.
28?
No, I don't
25?
know. It's so hard to tell. It's just so hard to tell.
We've
I just
heard
feel
30.
real good. I feel real good. Remember, I just want to get to 20. After that, we're good.
Okay.
But so far, it's pacing really good.
Yes, it is.
if we start, well, we're going to start doing 1,000 a day. When does that start and then take off for the rest of the time leading up to the first couple of games?
I would bet we're going to start seeing about $1 million at a minimum start popping by Thursday. And then that'll go for about 2 weeks.
I saw this on a recent podcast that you did with Crackman. So there's no rake here for people who don't know. You should know that by now, but throw that into the mix. To do all of this, it basically is $7 million out of your own pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a rough number. I would say this year we're looking at about 6 to 7 million. People think, oh, we could charge a rake. But if we charge a rake, let's just say we charged a rake and it was, 5%. Well, 5% on 30 million is $1.5 million. But if I was a player, I wouldn't want to pay the rake. But the reality is that's not a big portion of what it takes to run the contest. Running the contest, there's a lot of money associated with it. Then there's obviously the marketing. I mean, we've got to deal with the San Diego Padres. We've got to deal with the Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, Kansas City Royals. So we pay for a lot of commercials there. You guys know we go to every gas station around. You can't fill up a gas tank without hearing Mike Palm's voice or Jeff Benson's or mine. So we're pushing that. Then, starting next week, every electronic billboard around town and in other areas, Arizona, whatever. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Plus, we got the docuseries. So that's true. Not cheap to film that all which long. But we have a different model. I mean, our model is we want people to come out here. We want to give them a great value on great football contests, but we want them to come out and spend a few days with us. Whether during the football season and the off season, whenever. We figure we're gonna make it up. We're gonna make it up through hotel rooms and bar and stadium swim and stuff like that over the course of the next 365 days.
Yeah, you want it when it's 115 out here for a couple of months in a row. You still want to find a way to get butts in the seats and people out here in your hotel rooms.
Yeah,
and it makes sense. And
that's people ask, why do you do it? Well, that's the gaff. We're learning. We're meeting a lot of new customers, and some of them want to buy out Legacy Club. We landed out of last year. We landed 2 weddings this year. It was great.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was terrific. Oh, I'd never been to Circa. I got in the contest. Hey, my daughter's getting married. Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, that's how you got to connect the math. It's like, that's the math.
There you go. That is the math. You had a busy weekend. Did you see what Butker did for Kansas City? You guys put a prop up here.
Okay.
He made a 69-yard field goal, no problem. Would have been good from 75.
I saw Jamie got a little creative. He said, "Will there be a 69-yarder
plus 350?" Is it?
They bet down, or they bet the yes.
They did it in another book too.
Really?
They had 70 yards. It went from 8 to 4. It's too easy what these guys are doing. Did you see how easy that kick was?
Special ball.
Absolutely.
I mean, from 69, no problem.
At that point, you get rid of your punter.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
If this decides games this year.
At that point, you're going to really want to start to play in fantasy leagues with kickers again.
Yeah.
How about that?
That'd be something.
Ton of points.
Yeah.
Get Aubrey early.
I did last year.
There you go.
In one of the leagues that I happened to win.
Fairburn had 44 of them.
Maybe get this Packers kicker in the 6th round or something like that.
Smack.
Thanks for your time as always, Derek. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
In Pocket plays up next. I'll give you an angle in week 0/1 in college football that is 18-5 ATS since 2013. Next.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right, going back home, biting the hand that once fed him. He's got good numbers in that park. Big series in Atlanta. Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases tonight. And ran down some great baseball numbers throughout the show. A lot of different ways you can attack some of the props, the Varsho stuff, the Williams stuff. That's the 6 to 1 most strikeouts tonight, daily specials. And we'll see if the favorites keep coming in. Freeman over 1.5 total bases tonight.
Hey, Pauly, good luck. You got me here. Paul Skeen's trending in the wrong direction now for quite some time. And The most outs he has recorded going back in his last 5 starts would be 16. Before that, he did pitch 7 innings, so 21 outs. That was against the Guardians. And then he had 5 1/3, 6 before that, 4, 5, 6. Like, it's not... I think going over here has kind of been a chore, and yet his pitch count in the process here, it was only 81 last week, but he was so inefficient. He had 4 walks and already gave up 3 earned runs. So they yanked him. The start before that against Miami, they lost 2-0. He had 65 pitches. They got him out. He pitched 93 before that, 100, 105, and 100. The Padres have been knocking pitchers around for the most part now for the better part of a month.
Hasn't gone long. Velocity's down. Taking on a good team. Why?
Right, yeah.
Why have him go 5 innings anyways, even when he had 7 days off? He didn't last long. ERA of 6 during his last 10 starts. Oof.
I hope they can drive the pitch count up on him again tonight. Again, the walks going back 4-1, 4-4, 2-2. Maybe they can walk 2, 3, 4 times against him tonight. I'm going under Paul Skeen's 16.5 outs against the Friars.
College football back Saturday. NFL season just around the corner. Get your edge with VSiN Pro. Our updated NFL betting guide drops. Post preseason updates, week 1 betting systems, contest strategies, updated best bets. You also get the college football betting guide, the real-time betting splits, AI-powered prop projections. Start for as little as $9.99 or save 50% with a VSiN Pro annual subscription. Head to vsin.com/subscribe now. vsin.com/subscribe.
Good Twitter handle here, at VSiN Insights. Huge home favorites, 36 points or more in week 0/1. College football since 2013 are 23-0 straight up, 18-5 ATS, 78.3%. Average score, 54.3 to 8.3. Brad Powers was awesome earlier. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast. He was in the second hour, and he was making the case for the over in the USC San Jose State game. This one would point towards USC blowing their doors off, and that's what he said when Lincoln Riley takes on inferior competition like this. What he said, they average 59 points per game on offense. That's not the total for the game. That's their team total.
Yeah,
on average.
Has some power rated 12th best team, but thinks they win 7-8 games. Brutal schedule.
It's been bad.
Keyshawn Johnson not high on him either.
Yeah, going back now, you have to factor this in. I think to Lincoln Riley and history, right? Despite this team having a great roster, it has not gone well when they travel to the Midwest or the East.
No.
Like, are they going to go and win at Indiana? I think I don't love Wisconsin. Could the Badgers be a slip up for USC? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Tony Rizzo was great earlier today. What was the key quote? The 25 years of goodwill and blind loyalty
is gone. Is gone.
They've had enough, and there's no hope.
Pretty good timing for them to build a new stadium.
Yeah, and then naming Watson the starter as well. But the NFL news today: disaster for the Miami Dolphins at practice. Offense was so bad, Willis stopped it and gave him a pep talk. It still didn't work. Tua's been so bad they can't even name him the starter. Richardson's going to start for the Colts in his biggest start of his career. Just trying to hang on and be a backup or a showcase to be traded. I don't even know if that's even possible. Baker Mayfield. We were awful and out-physicaled by Jacksonville. Pushed around. Chase left with an injury. He's going to be okay. Evans with a groin injury. Still not practicing. More distractions for the 49ers as well off the field, which we mentioned.
Yeah. At first blush, the Chase situation did look a little dicey today, but he got up and he told a local radio station that if he needed to keep practicing, he would have been able to. So that was much better than what, the Genty thing was still a little bit weird where they're saying a prayer and it's a sprain. So
yeah.
Also Kenneth Walker unlikely to practice and has foot soreness. Now, today is August 25th. That report came out. Again, as I said earlier, there was a Twitter doctor who documented this. It was August 22nd of last year where the same report came out, and Kenneth Walker had to be a timeshare pretty much with Charbonnet. We're supposed to expect this being a bell cow situation for Kenneth Walker. This goes for fantasy or for betting. Doesn't matter, right? I know that he's going either late first, early second round in a lot of drafts. People have been making the case for him for Offensive Player of the Year. Most touchdowns maybe by a running back or rushing touchdown scored.
That high?
Yeah, I know Charchian. I don't
He's
think
high on him.
Yeah, he is.
Where did you stand on Achane when it's all said and done? Going to have a big year or just a bad team and can't do it fantasy?
No, I can do it. I can draft him in fantasy.
Okay.
I can because they're going to have, I mean, he's their best weapon by a mile, not close.
Mm-hmm. Or only.
Yeah, other than like Malik Willis maybe running the football when he's going to drop back to pass, there's nothing there and he skedaddles. But no, I would take, I would certainly take him probably late first round. I haven't drafted yet, so.
I was watching the ESPN stuff and they did all their drafts and what they were doing, and it seemed Devontae Smith was going too low. And I know it was that Charch loves him over.
Yeah, but so does Sean Green.
Yeah, he's got to have a big season, I would think.
Right. Appears to be that way. What do you think about the other Achane now in New Orleans?
How many touches is he going to get? I don't know. I don't know how Kellen Moore's going to draw it up.
I think he'll be the lead guy.
Where should he go in drafts then?
I think he's going fourth round. Don't quote me on that, but in that neighborhood. But I think he's going to be a clear upgrade from what they've had with Kamara here lately.
Yeah, he's too old.
Yeah, way too old. I mean, Kamara in his prime was elite.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to be. And by the way, Olave got hurt today. On top of that, to your point, is there ever good news when you wake up? Basically not. And
how high would you take Stribling?
And
I mean,
higher than the rest of the world, probably.
It just seems that Evans is good. This is going to last all year,
sure,
right?
I want everything to do with this guy.
And you trust the creativity and all the weapons. He's got to throw to somebody, and he might be the 1 or 2 option now.
Look, if I was super high on Ricky Pearsall last year for similar reasons,
that's right.
I have to do the same thing with Stribling. I have to. They got to throw the football to somebody. And this guy certainly has proven to be a really good preseason football anyway.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
I think you got to take the Rams in Australia. Maybe Kittle plays. See what happens with McCaffrey. But Pearsall out for the year. Who knows if you'll have Evans. Who knows what's that going to look like? You'll lose Jennings. Who are you going to throw to, right? The Rams dominated the game in San Francisco last year. That bizarre loss on the Thursday night game that McVay can use as a rallying cry about you let up and it cost you.
Well, put it this way. I'm going to refuse to allow myself to be high on the 49ers this year. I just can't do it. And I think Purdy's really good. I love Shanahan. Overall, if they could stay healthy, certainly I've said this but for how many years did they have like the best roster in football? And then
that's another one.
Again, they make a deep run or they completely flop.
Missed it. Couldn't do it. Close. Should have done it, but could have had multiple Super Bowls. Couldn't do it. And
this might have been the biggest takeaway from the whole Watson stuff still. We talked about a lot of props earlier in the show with Watson and the Browns, but a good tweet from Clev TA. Among active quarterbacks in a minimum of 15 starts, no quarterback has been worse versus the betting market with a team total. The last time that we saw him, the Browns went under their team total in all 7 of his starts in 2024. They scored 18 points or fewer in all 7 of his starts.
Now, come on. That's the Marvin Lewis stat, but he couldn't win a playoff game and they couldn't even score like the 18, 19 points. I mean, you get that on accident. A couple turnovers, one nice drive, whatever. Kickers are automatic now.
Right.
You can't even get 19 points in a game.
So
$230 million?
Browns are plus 475 lowest scoring team in football. It's not like the most amazing number to bet for 5 months, but I'd certainly cash that one and be happy about it. I think there's an angle here where that continues, where they're playing in these low-scoring games, and they have to yank Watson because he's so bad at not scoring points, and it might get worse with Sanders.
That's true.
So if you want a little bit of a longer shot, I think the Titans at 11-1 could be in the mix.
Depends what you read and believe. There are reports out of Cleveland that it wasn't even close. So what does that say about Sanders?
Maybe Watson starts the entire year.
Oh, no.
Stay tuned. Femi Abebefe, Will Hill. Next up, VSiN Primetime Pack Show. Former linebacker Eddie Walls, Best Bets NFL, and Circa oddsmaker Jeff Sherman breaks on the latest line movement for the Tour Championship. Then Dustin Sweetelson tonight takes over, cashing out at 11 p.m. Best of luck, everybody.